want you to grab the bar. You're not gonna take it out of the rack yet. I want you to position your hands so that when you reach your arms out like a zombie, they're directly in front of your shoulders. So most guys take a grip on the bar that's way too wide.
Yeah.
Most people, their thumb, the webbing of their thumb is going to be right there on the smooth of the bar. Most bars have about 16 to 17 inches in the middle. That's most people. Unless you're a great big motherfucker, you're going to be in here. So that'll put your thumb right in front of the shoulder joint.
Okay.
That's a good landmark to remember.
Okay.
So go ahead and put your hands on the bar. There, it's going to feel way more narrow than you think. Okay. Now that's good. We're gonna cock that thumb down, and we're gonna mash that heel of your hand on. Yeah, put a ton of pressure on there. See how the elbows are flared out? That's good for now. Now wrap it around, thumb, fingers. Yep. Wrap that thumb. Okay, good. That's a good grip. Now, when you get under this bar, you're gonna roll that bar because you're squeezing it so hard. This thing's gonna roll. So as you shove your elbow down, the bar's with you. Okay. So what I want you to do is lead yourself under the bar and get these elbows in front, slightly in front. See how tight that's getting?
Yeah.
Okay, but your elbows are behind the bar. How are we gonna get the elbows in front? I'm gonna take a grip, and look, when I push the elbow, the bar has to roll with me. If I don't do that, see how the bar's moving?
Yeah.
If I don't do that, the wrist is gonna extend,
Yeah.
and then boom.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna lead my way. Watch how far down I squat. I'm about to front squat this. Cock the thumbs down, pressure in the heel of the hand, like you're Chuck Norris doing a heel strike, right? If you strike someone here, it's gonna break your wrist, right? I'm gonna start squatting down. I'm gonna lead with the elbows. Elbows are in front. Neutral wrists. Now you can have a few degrees of extension here, that's fine. Elbows in front. The bar is right there underneath my chin. I'm not trying to touch my chest with the bar. That's where you get in trouble. Look at the elbows here. I'm gonna touch myself with the bar. Elbows are down. So I'm gonna grab it, watch how the bar rolls. Up. Good, pressure in the heel of your hand. Wrap your fingers around. Now get ready to squat down further than you'd like to. Get it in front of the bar. There you go, stand up. Now we need tension here, don't let that drop. Squeeze your elbows together, leave some cleavage. Good, take 2 steps back. Keeping your elbows in front of the bar the entire way up. Shove this bar back through your nose, elbows forward.
What do you mean?
The elbows need to stay in front of the bar for as long as you can.
Okay.
The direction of the bar is back, because that's overhead. Don't think up, think back through your nose. Elbows in front. Good. Big shrug. Big shrug at the top. Tight abs, tight ass, tight quads. Okay, now when you lower down, you've got to lead with your elbows, get them back out in front. Don't lower down too low, right underneath your chin, squeeze it. Yep, and back up. Okay? You have to lower down to a very tight position. Elbows in front, just underneath your chin. And all the way down under the chin, all the way up. Big shrug, big shrug. Good. Pull it together like you're doing a pull-up, and up. Now, I want you to intentionally fuck this up. I want you to lower down too low and let the elbows slip behind the bar. Look how much tension you lost. Now press it.
Yeah.
Shittier.
Yeah.
It's way shittier. Let's do 5 reps where you hip start every time.
Okay.
Squeeze it together, make some cleavage. The upper back is tight, the grip is tight, bending the bar into a frown. Take a big breath. Hips. Go. Big shrug. Come down. Big breath. Hips. Good. Big shrug at the top. Keep your knees locked, straight elbows. Good. One more time. Get serious about locking your knees. Good. Nice. Lock it in. You see how important it is to keep this bottom position really tight.
Yeah.
Right? If we allow those elbows to drop any further, we're going to lose so much muscle contribution to the lift. Then we're going to have to reset, or the forearm thing. We drop it down, we try to press it from here, guess where the bar's going? It's going to go that way. And it's going to feel 10 pounds, 20 pounds heavier. Now, once you have had your rest, I want to see you do first rep hip start, and then the last 4 with just a lay back and an immediate press.
All right.
So this is more like target practice, because you're trying to come down to that perfect end range position, no lower than right here, and then you're going to bounce right out of it. You don't want to spend any time down here. You don't want to go lower than that. That's missing the target, right? You don't want to go any higher than that. That's also missing the target. Remember, we need the tricep to feel like it's bouncing off the lat. That's not actually what's happening. But if it's too high, you're not going to get the ultimate tension out of the bottom. The other thing you have to do is you have to lay back as the bar is lowering, right?
So, yeah, I'm pushing my hips forward, it's just lower.
So in the beginning, you're laying back, and as you start pressing the bar, you're getting taller, right? It's the exact same thing in reverse. So you're here, you start lowering, the elbows go forward, shoulders go backwards. So we can pull it right back down and press. Now, third thing that's hard is the breathing synchronization. So the only time you breathe at the bottom is on your first press. So here.
Otherwise, I'm breathing in the top.
Right. Now, yes, every other inhale's up here. And all your exhales are up here.
Right.
From my experience, it does not help us get a tight bottom position to lower down fast. You want to be as active as possible lowering, like you're doing a pull-up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So don't get all sloppy and just drop it on yourself. Squeeze it down with your lats. Your lats are like a spring you're just winding up. And then it's going to get to peak tension. You're going to feel that tricep get real close, and it's like a detonator. Your tricep hits a detonation button on your lat, you throw it right back up. Can you do all 10 things I just told you to do?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Good. Squeeze it together. New breath. Exhale. New breath. Up. Exhale. New breath. Up. Exhale. New breath. Up. 5. Good. The only thing you need to watch out for is knees bending.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an energy leak for you.
Okay.
Right? You can't throw your hips as hard as you could with bent knees.
Alright. Yeah.
Just look at it as like
I'm really trying to focus on them.
Yeah. Well, you got a lot of things.
But the time when I'm focusing on them, it's like, fuck, I need to keep everything else back there.
Yeah. That's why barbell lifting is the shit. It demands full body awareness.
Yeah.
Balance.
Right.
But yeah, so any joint, like a knee being bent, it's like a hole in a garden hose. You're gonna lose overall pressure from what you're trying to do with the hose. Same thing with the bent wrist. That's the other thing I wanted to point out. Your wrists are just extending a little bit too much. Remember, contact with the bar. The reason why we want to have a good barbell is the barbell is our connection to the
Right.
weight.
So I think it's like when I'm setting up here, I need to keep this into the J hook.
Yep. You want to shove this into the rack.
I'm letting it out of the J hook a little bit.
The bar gets shoved into the rack, and your heel gets shoved into the bar. Now, listen. A neutral wrist has about 10 to 15 degrees of extension.
Okay.
Right? Make the hardest fist you can right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like out in the open, just a real hard fist. That's normal. Now, make this perfectly flat. Now make a really tight fist. You can't get it as tight, right? Same thing with it being hyperextended. Now try to make it not nearly as tight, okay? So your tightest grip is going to be a neutral grip, which has just a little bit of extension. It's going to have the barbell seated right there. There's a direct link to the weight. That's your Chuck Norris heel strike. So take a tight grip, white knuckle that thing. Squeeze it together, make some cleavage, tight up the back. Good. That's all the setting up you need. Pull your kneecaps up. Big breath. Big shrug. Good. Exhale all the air out. All the air out. New breath. There you go. Good. Racket. Now there's just one more thing you need to be aware of. When you're about to go into your first rep and you're doing that hip start, you can't hip start if you're already laying back, as a lot of people do. And you're like, I have nowhere to go. Okay? So stand up straight, get neutral. Now you have some distance to throw your hips to generate that momentum. So if you need to, this is going to make you look funny in the gym, but if you need to, just stand there with nothing, or maybe an 8-pound medicine ball or the empty barbell. Stand neutral and just practice, for reps of 10. If anyone asks you what you're doing, you're just warming up. You're just warming up for my press. Okay? Practice coming back into neutrality, throwing the hips out of neutrality, keeping the knees locked, and allowing yourself to lay back. And even you can see how my arms, they're bouncing. If I'm loose, try to loosen up. There's not as much of a bounce, but I have some weight to my arms, so they're going to bounce. Now I'm going to get real tight. Now they're bouncing out of the tension that I have stored up in my lats. Let's try it one more time. Wrists, right there. Squeeze it together. Good. Neutral, locked knees, throw it. Good. Full breath. Tight. Slow down your descent, get real tight for me. Up. Much better. Get really tight on the way down. Up. Good. Nice. Yep.
But that back bend is different.
Yep. It's probably the only thing you're doing in your bodybuilding career where you are under load like that.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Just because it's not like something you see every day in, 24/7 fitness or whatever, does not mean that that's inappropriate. People have been overhead pressing like this for years. People have pressed 500 pounds overhead like this.
Yeah.
So, yep. Good deal.
Cool.